Quick tip on repairing Deutsch connectors. So in some cases, the silicone plug that goes in the back of the connector will expand for whatever reason, possibly because oil gets on it. Maybe there's an excessive amount of heat, some other substance that makes this thing expand. But what will happen is it'll pop out of the back of the connector, and no matter how hard you try, you can't get it back in. So what I did is cut this thing out. You can see that I cut the areas of the plug where the wires go through, and I removed the plug. So in regular situations, I wouldn't really worry about this too much, and I'll just fill the back of the connector with special grease. But in this case, the connector is underneath the motorcycle, so water, dirt can very easily get into the back of the connector there, and I really don't want that to happen. So one thing, of course, you can do is depin the connector and buy another one of these, but that's quite a bit of work, especially with the connector underneath. It's not going to be the easiest of jobs. So what I've chosen to do, hopefully you can see, I fill the back of the connector with silicone. Now, before you do that, there's a couple of things you want to consider. So what kind of silicone should be used here, and what else should be done? So my recommendation is not to use regular high-temp RTV silicone, but instead use this electronic grade product. And the difference is that regular RTV silicone, as it cures, will release acid, in some cases acetic acid, and you don't want that to be in contact with your electrical connectors because it'll degrade them. So electronic grade RTV silicone does not cure that way, and so it's safe for electrical connectors. The disadvantage is that it has a slightly lower operating temperature range. And I think the top end is about 400 degrees Fahrenheit as opposed to 600 for high temp RTV, but I think in this particular application it should be just fine. Another thing you want to do is you want to fill the back of the connector with grease. And so this is not your regular dielectric grease. This is DeoxIT L260-D. It's a lithium-based grease that actually contains contact cleaner, so it promotes electrical contact as opposed to dielectric grease, which is electrical contact blocker, and it maintains these contacts in much better condition because there's contact cleaner, as I said, infused into this grease. And also this grease doesn't dry out, so it's a really great product. So what I did is I filled the back of the connector with this grease to an extent, right? And I actually had a thin layer of it on the walls of the plastic plug and on the wires. And the reason is because if need be, I want to be able to extract that silicone plug that I put in if I need to service the connector or depin it or something like that. And so, you don't want to have the back of it completely dry. If you put the silicone in, it's going to be quite a job to get it out. But if you have grease everywhere, the silicone will stay in place, but it'll be easy to extract. So hopefully this repair is going to be more efficient and work just as well as replacing that silicone plug.